So here I'll explain how you can download any open source model and then use it for purpose. That is, this model will work on your PC or laptop without any internet. So this is something like an application which you just download and install. And the good thing about AI or LLM model is you can download and install, and then once you start training it, it will get better on some of the tasks, and you can do multiple tasks. That's the basic definition. So here you see the Hugging Face website. Here you can find a lot of models. Of that, OpenLLaMA is one of the famous models. So you go to this site, and then there are some steps here. I'm not going to go into detail. This is just to explain you the how it works. So here you go to this website, yeah, and then you can use this model for various purposes. So I have already downloaded it and I have installed it, and I'll just show you how you can. On the left side you see the files. So any model will have these files. I have put it in models OpenLLaMA folder. I have a set of JSON files, and basically when everyone says language model, these is what they mean. You see the files are so high in size, like 9 GB and 3 GB. So these are basically a set of vector numbers which is all combined, and then you have the binary files. And these are some of the config files, the JSON files which you have, which just comes with the system. So you just need to download the whole thing, set up the folder like this, and then you can start your model. So I am in this folder, that is where this Katia model is, or you can be also, you can just go to this folder, and what you can do is you can just start any test script. So how you start is like, here you see some of the config files. This is the config.json which you see here. You have some token IDs, and these are settings which you can have a look. And here you have some information in a specific format, and then the tokenizer. So these are some of the files. So I have a test file here. So what it does is basically it imports some of the packages from the llama, and here is the local path where I basically load the file that is opening or loading the language model practically in real sense. Then you have the local path, and the model is there. So you create an object or a handle, and then from that you generate. So the input or the prompt is what is the capital of United Kingdom, and the prompt goes into the tokenizer, that is the inputs, and the input is passed into model.generate. Don't have to understand everything in detail, it's just a short snap of giving you how the model looks like and how you run it locally on your PC without, you don't even need to have internet. So then it prints and decodes the output. So now to run it, I just have to run this python.exe and this test.python file. So now I just run it. It will take a lot of time because my laptop has a GPU but still not fast enough. So any language model takes a lot of processing. So what happens here is basically it takes in these words, assigns some random numbers to it, and then searches in the whole pattern or looks in the whole binary file where there are a lot of what do you say, vector database. It's a vector database. It has a lot of numbers and parses it. So this detail I'll explain later how it basically works. But on the high level, just understand that it takes in these words, converts to numbers, and then in the lookup of the whole binary file, it looks up certain and then matches, does a sort of matching with the neural networks, and then it gives the output. That's how basically any language model works. And this is just to show you how the model is, the files to the file and to the code level. So you see it's started to process it. So here uh, it takes some time. So here you see it's loading 50%, and then it's processing the question. So it's taking the question and taking some time to process the information, since as I said I have a like a system which is not like powerful, so it will take some time to get the output from this. Basically it maps a lot of these words, splits these words, assigns to numbers, and then looks up in the whole binary numbers. It's a sort of a number matching sort of system, and then adjusts the numbers depending on the results. So those are more details, but this is just the main idea is to show you some basic understanding of how a model looks like, how you run it on the local desktop or laptop. As you see, the memory is like 94%, the disk is 100%, and it's taking quite a bit of resources of the system to do the processing or the searching pattern. So now you see that the capital of UK is London. So it takes so much time to look into this. So basically, what it does is it's a sort of a pattern matching system. So in essence, I don't know if we can call this intelligence. It's like it's not pre-coded, but then inside this language model, it adjusts the numbers. It's a sort of a dynamic software, which is a way it adjusts itself, like just changes the numbers in the vectors, and similar words are grouped together, like all the capitals. If it's London, Delhi, or Berlin, or some other cities are all grouped together, so they are put close together. This is some concept similar to how I think Amazon also groups their products together. I think, but it's in essence it's a piece of software, nothing more. It's a sort of software which adapts, and then they call it learning, but it basically a sort of a number system. So that's how it is, but it does a lot of things, because it does a lot of things. If you have a processing power, you say I have actually paused the system, and then I till it took almost like more than a lot of minutes to find this thing. If you have a higher processing power, then it will do it faster. That's why you see a lot of data centers coming up to have higher processor, and you have GPUs. Nvidia comes up, and DPUs and other things are used in gaming because it needs higher processing. So like that, AI also requires higher processing. So that's the whole idea. So AI, or the software AI, this is a system. Basically it's a piece of hard software algorithm, and a lot of pre-trained. That's what we call pre-trained. That's this whole model or algorithm has been given a lot of words, like all the English words and different kinds of words, and their patterns are stored in some way, and that's how you get the response quite quickly. So if you have any doubts, do pass comments, and you can also check my courses on Udemy. And I can give you, I have been doing programming for a long time, and this system is also nothing but a software, so I'll be able to help you if you need help on this. Thank you.